Who are you?
I am loving.
And what is love?
God.
And what is God? Okay. So, if you are love, you are God, you're basically saying God is love, and God is also a giver, and we are made in God's image. So that will make us a giver, but now a giver to what?
A giver to life.
In what aspect?
Meaning in all things. We could be giving to people. We could be walking by, seeing trash on the ground, picking it up. We could be seeing an animal that needs help. Anything. It's just always an acts of love.
Okay. I ain't taking from that aspect or that perspective. I'm going to add to it. So, during the time of my journey, when I didn't quite know what was going on, why I was here, for some reason I felt like I just didn't fit in. I saw things different based on the lineage I was born in, and it just didn't make sense to me. So, when I started to know that me and God was one, meaning the giver of life, God, people call him God, but I know it's source energy. It's the sun, it gives life, right? But a lot of times when you know that you are, or you are the I am, because you are conscious enough to, or you are aware enough to notice that all the fragmentations outside of you is just mirrors of you trying to get you to come the right way instead of going the way of no growth or ignorance. I started to realize that if I am love and I am made in the image of my Father, the great I am, then what am I here to do? All right, I heard you say give life. That was one of the things came to my heart. And I've been like, give life to what? And then my thing is I was always looking outside of myself, not knowing that everything around me was already showing me what the mission was, which was the family that I was born into. When I started to look at the trauma that they've been through, I started to see a mother that couldn't keep the man. I started to see poverty, and it was like I was born into a poverty-stricken family, but I had all these ideas and visions. I started to see, okay, I see a way to help. I see a way to bring life. I see a way to resurrect this energy that is dying around me. I see where I do want a family. I see where I can see, oh, a woman don't supposed to talk like that to a man. I see where, oh, a man don't supposed to put his hands on a woman. I saw all those different things. And that's what brought me to knowing who I am and who I was. I started to notice that I am the game changer. And as of a person and the person I am now, I'm noticing that I am the wounded warrior. I'm the one that was put in the game or in that lineage because I had the strength to overcome and not surrender to what was already put in place by the grandmama, the daddy, the mama, the great-grandmama. I was put in there to break the curse. So when I started to recognize that and I started to step into it, because anything you truly believe, you move on. And God, source energy, it gives you what you want. Like, it keeps giving you based on whether you're in ignorance or you're in knowledge. That's why it's so important to fail fast and learn quick, because it's constantly giving you. That's why what you focus on grows. If you're scrolling on social media, guess what? Energy gonna keep giving you what you're focusing on, because everything matters. So that's one of the biggest lies. It don't matter. No, everything you focus on with your ears, eyes, and what you eat matters. Because what you don't know is you're being projected down into this hologram, but you and sources sit right beside each other. And it lives through you. And it's not fully conscious. It becomes more conscious by living through you. So the more and more you focus on it, the more and more you bring life to it, the more and more kingdom come and will be done. The more and more heaven comes to earth. The more and more you awaken into who you truly are, which is the Savior. So then you start to say, okay, well, dang, the only free will I got is what I focus on. Because what if I focus on God, my Father, my source, meaning the one that lives in me, gonna keep giving it to me. Because as I take one step, he take two. Whatever I give him, he gonna multiply and give it back. If I'm giving them ignorance, he's going to give me more ignorance. If I'm giving them knowledge, he's going to give me more knowledge. But see, knowledge brings new levels. But also new levels bring new devils. So then you constantly got to stay focused on where you're putting your focus point at. You feel me? So now if I say, okay, I'm realizing by living life, this right here help and this right here won't. Let me look at my history, my family lineage, and see where is the problem at. How can I change the game? I'm put in the middle of the new life coming and the one that was before me. And I can shift the whole game by the strength of the I am that live within. But see, when we were taught hell was inside something, when hell is really heel, meaning the bottom of your feet, and heaven is really head, meaning the upper rungs, you will then notice it's one body, it's together, right? So then you will start to understand that relationships are so important. Because if the ship is not taking you nowhere, you're wasting time. Because the energy source, God, he spits out anything playing in the middle. And that's what's about to happen in the near future. We got to pick a side. It's either you light or dark. Right? So that's why I ask you, do you know who you are? Because if you know who you are, then you know what your mission is. And then what you do will show you who you are. See, most don't know they already looking right at who they is. They just don't want to take self-accountability to see it because it's not who they want to be. See? But until the next episode, family.